podcast with your host, Sean Myrie. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Recent news. Donald Trump puts up an image of Canada with America, saying he wants to make Canada, I guess, part of America, right? 51st state, he's been talking over the months and months before all these other places he says he wants to take over. He was talking about this, the 51st state, as he has his whatever secret army, not a secret army, ICE do his dirty work in America, creating division. But now he wants to take over Canada. Well, he's been saying it, right? Greenland, Mexico, Colombia, Cuba. He has a whole list on his plate. So, Mr. Trump, this is not like what he's doing. This is not a surprise, people. This is not a surprise. He wants Canada, right? So, what are Canadians going to do? Are we going to do anything? Are we going to be talking against this? Well, I am. So, Trump, right? He wants it. He's talking a lot of shit now. So, what are Canadians going to do? What's Carney going to do? Did you hear what Carney said in a meeting recently? New World Order. That's what Carney's been talking about. Carney's been talking about uh, New World Order in China, but at the same time making deals with China, making deals with a Middle East country, Qatar. Qatar, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Canada's been making moves, right? And if you don't know, most of America's fresh water comes from relies on the Great Lakes, where Canada is and where Quebec is. So that's why he wants Canada for the natural resources. Doesn't look good, people. This man is really talking spicy. He really wants to take over Canada. What do Americans think about this? Do Americans want Canada to be a part of their system? I don't know. But this guy is actually making serious moves around the world, um, talking a lot. I don't know what you guys think of this, but this guy is on a crazy type of mission, right? So he wants to take over Canada because he sees that Canada has a lot of natural resources. He sees that Canada's not giving in. He doesn't take Canada seriously. He doesn't respect Canada. He doesn't respect the leaders. He doesn't respect the leaders of the whole world. He thinks he could just say anything. So recent news is that he wants to take over Canada, putting out, well, it shouldn't be recent news. Let me correct myself. He's been saying this shit. He's been saying this shit for a while, right? Crazy shit, right? Putting it out there in the universe what he wants to do. So, what do you guys think of this? How this guy wants to take over this country, um, Greenland, Mexico, all types of shit. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what he says, right? He wants to use the American military to go in all these places. That's what he wants to do. That's what he's about, taking over places like a dictator. So, once again, he's talking about Canada, the 51st state. He wants really Canada to be a part of America. I don't know if Americans want that. Do Americans really want Canada to be part of the 51st state? Does he think he probably eyes a civil war that might happen in America? That's what I'm thinking. He's thinking there might be a civil war, so he needs more land because he's probably scared it might break up in the future, all the shit what he's doing. So, people, if you're American, do you want Canada to be part of America? Because he's not getting no permission from anybody. He's just saying stuff. And at the same time, in Canada, there's actually groups that are fighting to be separated from Canada. Well, I shouldn't say a big population, but there's these little groups trying to say they want independence. Alberta and I think Saskatchewan. What's going on? What's going on really? Like, this guy's on a fucking mission to prove something. He sees the natural resources are big in Canada. He hears about that America relies on Canada for energy, relies on Canada for lumber, relies on Canada for a lot of natural resources. So he's, like I said, a businessman. He wants to take, 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 take over. And he doesn't give a damn. America's really in a bad spotlight right now, what he's doing. He's doing a lot of things, right? A lot of things. So, do Americans want to be part of, do Americans want Canada to be a part of them, right? Uh, what's the price? How much people will die for Donald Trump? Because even if they were to take over Canada, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a war. There's going to be other countries that are going to be involved in this whole takeover if he was to try to do this. There will be this will be World War III really active. So are Americans willing to be, the next thing he's going to do is draft. The next thing he's going to put out is a draft system. He's going to want to draft Americans straight to war. Are you guys ready for that? He already has the ICE out there doing his dirty work with this whole deportation and checking everybody, every citizen, not just immigrants. Are you guys ready to be drafted? Will you guys accept um, a law change to draft Americans to go to war? Because that's what will happen. That's what will happen. And I'm hearing if there's martial law, he will still be the president after even 3 years. If martial law comes, he will still be the president. So are you ready for this? Because this guy is crazy, basically. He's funny, but at the same time, crazy, right? Crazy. I think a lot of people are scared to talk about him. The bully of America is on show. Yes, 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 yes. Donald Trump's the biggest bully. Donald Trump is the biggest bully right now. And a lot of Americans are scared to talk against him. It's crazy. They're scared to talk against him. You see one Whoopi Goldberg, you see one or two trying to talk against him, but it's not going to work, right? I mean, those people are going to be targets. So he wants to take over Canada. Is this going to help? We do not need to go to war, especially a world war, but it's going to happen. If this guy says he wants to take over a country like Greenland or Canada, it's going to happen. World war is going to be fully active if he says that, because all the countries are not going to just sit down and just make America come. That's not going to happen. I think some people got an illusion that America's just going to go somewhere and they're just going to sit down. Every country's just going to sit down. There's going to be that one or two countries that's going to respond. So, um, are you ready for that? Not again, please. Yes, it's going to happen. It's going to happen if this man physically brings the military to a NATO country and to Canada. Sorry, it's going to happen. Full out war will happen if he hits any European country, if he goes to Greenland, if he comes to Canada. The war will happen physically. Yes, America has a strong army, but they will feel a response. And in that response will screw up America's economy, it'll screw up some of the society, and you'll have a civil war going on. It'll be all crazy all through America, and then martial law will come because he wants to be the president after 3 years, right? That's only because his kids are not in the military. If his children were in the military, we would not be going to war. It's true. It's true. But he's going to do the draft system, people. I hope America knows this guy's going to be doing a draft. He's going. The next thing is the draft. Get ready, especially these guys who say they're like Black Panthers in America, right? These guys in the street. He's saying, "Oh, you're ready with the guns and shit like that. All these militias. You're ready to to defend against these whatever these immigrants, perfect for you to be in the war, right? It's our children and family going to war. Yep, the UK went through enough two massive wars, but you have to blame the man. You gotta blame Mr. Donald Trump. Blame him. Blame the people who support him, because when he says he's going to, he wants Canada, that means he's going against Britain, right? That means he's going against the United Nations. That means he's going against NATO. That means a lot of people are going to feel um, this war. If he's talking war, when you say that you want to go somewhere, you want to take over, and he puts a picture up, don't take that lightly. If a man is putting up something like a picture, that means he's really serious, right? He's giving you a clue. He's giving you a clue what he wants to do, right? So that is basically grounds for war, trying to threaten somebody's independence. No one will ever forget what he's doing, right? Mankind will never learn. Yes, mankind will never learn, but it's this guy. It's this guy doing what he wants to do. He's mad that Canada made deals with China. That's what it is. He's mad that Canada made some deals with China and went over to the Middle East. But, like I said, collusion, what is a dirty game, is what's his name, Mr. Carney, could be working with Trump undercoverly. Look up collusion, right? The other day, Carney was in China and he said, New World Order. The man was talking about New World Order. So I'm not going to be in the illusion, and it's probably collusion in a way just to control the world together undercoverly. Because Carney agrees with certain things, what Trump is doing. He's doing similar things like Trump by deporting people. They're just more quiet. He's just a little bit more quiet, right? So even though he's talking about taking over Canada and Canadians should be mad, we gotta really look on the leader. What we got, we gotta look on the prime minister who's in charge. You gotta really evaluate Mr. Carney, what he's doing. Um, he's not really talking against Trump, if you notice, right? He will make it so he can do in other years. Yes, because Marshall, look what's going on in America. He's really trying to mix people up by having a civil war or making America have unrest that will bring martial law, which he wants to. He wants that to happen. He wants the ISIS to make people, other cities in America, have an unrest. So when there's like a couple cities of people protesting and getting more angry, martial law, and then you will be the president. There will be no elections. When there's martial law, there will be no elections. So look out for that. If this man says he wants to take over countries, that means he will not step down. He's trying to be above everything, right? Get out of your house and clean up your own neighborhood instead of sitting here talking shit. I don't know what you're talking about. No. Boy, let me put you on the timeout. Let me put you on the timeout because you don't make no sense. Let me put you on a timeout. Timeout. Come with sense. Like I'm saying. Um, right now, like I said, Mr. Donald Trump, he doesn't care what he's doing to his own country, and he doesn't care what he's doing to the world. As long as he makes himself um, somebody in history, right? Believe me, the USA is getting a bad name. Yup, they're getting a bad name. Donald Trump kind of serious with this year. Yes. So he's supposed to have 3 more years, right? 3 more years he's supposed to have. And 3 more years of terror. So do you think after 3 more years this guy's gonna step down? Do you really think this guy's gonna step down from his position? No. Our allies are no longer our allies. They're banding together. You never know. So, Milgros Diaz, Um, we don't know what's going on, but what I see is this guy is very confident. He's very confident of taking over places. You got to wonder why. He's so confident of putting up a picture of Canada, including it with America. He's so confident kicking people out of the country no matter what. He's so confident locking people up. He's so confident saying whatever he wants to say, right? Bless up, Catwalk. Yeah, he wants to say whatever he wants to say. So right now, recently, he says he wants, like, he puts a picture up of Canada because he put out the 51st state a couple months ago. Before all of these countries, he was saying he wants Canada. Remember that. He was talking about it, right? So don't be surprised of what he's doing right now. Don't be surprised. You're picking on us. Yeah, America's picking. America is picking. I'm from Canada. I'm from Canada, right? So America is picking on all of us, the whole world. He might go to places you never heard of, right? He's picking on everybody. Everybody right now he's picking on. It's crazy. No one is picking on us. We're talking facts and you're paying attention to what's going on in the United States. America is picking on everybody. That's all I know. America is picking on everybody. You got Donald Trump saying he wants to go everywhere, right? You got Americans saying they don't like the immigrants. Not all Americans, but a big percentage want a lot of the immigrants out, legal or illegal, but especially the legal ones who are legally there. So, what are you talking about? America is picking on everybody. Everybody. The president and some of the citizens are picking on people who are immigrants and refugees, right? Right or wrong. So America is picking on people. And you got this guy is the biggest cheerleader right now. He's the biggest cheerleader right now, doing a lot of shit, right? So, like it or not, America is picking on everybody. That's why he's saying make America great again. So how do you feel about protesters disrupting Minnesota and the church service? I really don't feel no way. That's That's a problem going on down there. I already mentioned it a lot, right? So now what's going on? A lot of the Black Americans, especially them, they're with Trump. A lot of the Black Americans are with ICE because they feel that those people in Minnesota was never with them, and they want them out too, right? They are have been watching it on the news that comes from other countries. Uh, right now, people in America, black and white, are banding together, right? Even though they hate each other for a common hate of immigrants or refugees. So, right now, Donald Trump got the most support, even if people think whatever in the polls or whatever, his, he got the most support he ever had. Common threat, what some people think are these temporary, whatever citizens, undocumented citizens. So he's getting the most support right now. He's cooking it up. He's cooking it up international and at home right now. The law of averages says someone will drop the bomb. Who's going to drop the bomb? The only one who's going to drop a bomb is America. The only one who will drop the bomb is America. That's it. They're the only one really speaking how they want to go take over all these different countries. He wants to go to Cuba. He's going in South America. He wants to come to Canada. He wants to go to Greenland. Somebody has to check this man's psychological if something's going right in his brain because he's talking about world domination. Check it. The man is talking about world domination in the big picture. He's talking about taking over the world slowly. Who does this sound like? It sounds like somebody in the late 1930s, 40s. Who does that sound like? This man wants total world domination. Remember what I tell you. The man wants to take over at least 8 countries he has named. He put 70 something country on 75 countries on a ban, some list to ban them from coming to America, or he put 75 countries on a ban list. So he's targeting a lot of people, a lot of people, and he wants Canada because it's very valuable. Canada is his biggest, America's biggest trading partner. Every day, there's people going back and forth from Canada and America with a lot of things, natural resources and goods. So he sees the money, and he feels that America's so powerful. Let's just go attack Canada. Let me tell you something. If America was to come to Canada, Canadians are not going to sit down and just take it like that. No, no, no. There will be blood in the streets. Either a lot of Canadians die, but the soldiers who come will die too. That will be the day the Canadian government will make it that anybody could just get a gun. Every citizen could get a gun, and it would be bloody in the streets, and it wouldn't look good for the rest of the world, right? The reason they went into the church is because the pastor's on the head is one of the heads of ICE. I heard of that. I heard of that. So he's a spy. The pastor is like a spy. He's an agent. He knows about where all the people they want to deport are. Check that. They use the church. How can you be a part of a people killing other people and being the head of ICE and preaching about Jesus? That's true. That's true. But he's probably a fake preacher. He's fake. He doesn't really care about nothing but money. They've probably been paying this guy a long time ago. This guy probably been one of the biggest informants. All the people who go to that church probably are informants for the government. Check it. If he's the head of one of the heads, right? I'm giving you guys a gem. That means all the congregation, right, know about it, and those are informants. So just say he has 300 to 400 people part of the congregation. Those people been informing for the past year or so, and they're against Muslims probably. They probably don't like Muslims, and the big population of Muslims are in Minnesota, right? So then again, he's taking over that state. He's getting rid of people right now. He's taking over a lot of people, right? He's taking over a lot of people and deporting them, taking all their rights. But this is the thing, he wants to come to Canada. He really is talking that he wants to come to Canada. So Canada really, the people who are the citizens have to really be, like, not say scared, but be aware that we're in fear. Some people might be in fear that we gotta probably arm up, man. They gotta change the whole thing about the gun laws right now. Because if America could easily come here quick, the borders are close. They could easily bring a military here, take over the cities, or come into the cities. But what would happen is Britain would be coming, and all of the United Nations will be coming, and then China will be coming. And then what do you have when you do that? What do you have when you have all these other people coming? You're gonna have a world war, because it's not just Canada. When you come to Canada, you're gonna come to the world. You're dealing with the world. I just hope people know that. When you come to Canada, you're not dealing with one country, you're dealing with like 10 countries or more, because a lot of countries come to Canada and are still linked, right? So don't think it's going to be easy. If you're American or whoever, don't think it's going to be easy. Trump is showing red, white, and blue in his veins of every Americans. Yes. But I'm just saying, for the average American, you're going to be drafted. Jesus is above. Jesus is about love. God is about love. I don't think he gives a care. Trump, you got to tell Trump that. You got to tell the Americans that. A lot of Americans need to know that. But a lot of Americans are going to be drafted 100%. A lot of Americans will be drafted. That's the next thing coming. So Support Trump all you want. I hope you support the draft because he's going to be drafting people in the American military. That's next. Look for that. That's going to be a big subject. Drafting people to be part of the military, right? To take over places. The draft is going to come in action soon. Even though he'd been dodging that when he was young, right? He didn't go to the Vietnam War and shit, but the draft will be coming. If he's talking all this smack, all this garbage, he's gonna definitely be drafting people. It's Leo Wolf in sheep's clothing. Yep, but he's gonna be drafting people. It's not a good thing for America to come to Canada because he's gonna be dealing with a lot of different people. It won't just be Canada, it'll be the world. You come to Canada, you're dealing with the world. 100%. You come to Canada, you're dealing with the world. I say that. So, if you come, a lot of people will die. You need to stop articulating with rumors of war. No, that's already happened. He already saying that. He's already saying that. I don't know if you're updated. First, he said 51st state, and then he put up a picture of Canada recently. Today, he put up a picture with America. So that is war. That is war. Canada already said if you go to Greenland, we're going to defend it. Do you not know? He said he's going to defend it. Get the Ethiopian Bible. I already have that. The oldest Bible that has never been changed and has been protected by all these years. I know about that. The Ethiopian Bible. I know about that. Believe me. I know about that. But right now, he's talking about war. This is not like he's just joking. He's talking about going into other countries. That's like war. Anybody else who does that, they're going to say that is like war. If any other country does what Trump is saying, they're going to say these guys are warmongers. Right? So is Trump special? No. The man is saying he wants to make Canada the 51st state. He's saying he's putting a picture up online saying that Canada should be part of America. But guess what? America is going to feel it because they'll be drafting people. They'll be drafting your sons and your daughters into the military, right? And when they come to Canada, it won't be people just sitting down and taking it. There'll be blood. There will be blood spilled. A lot of Americans will die, as much as Canadians would die. A lot of American soldiers will die, guaranteed, if they come to Canada, because you're going to be dealing with China. Just say you're going to go to war with China if you come to Canada. Just say you're going to war with India if you're coming to Canada. Just say you're going to war with the world if you're coming to Canada. So, if American citizens want to go to war with the world, then come to Canada. Or you guys better stop this crazy guy from talking and using the American military at every expense. Yeah, you guys better be scared because he's going to draft you guys. That's the next step. The next step, I guarantee within a month or two, he's going to say he's drafting people in the military, right? He has a whole bunch of ICE people. He has the ICE already up there. So they're going to start drafting. They might get desperate and draft guys out of prison. They got a big prison population. So they might get desperate and do that, get the most dirtiest guys to go into other countries, right? It's facts. America has diplomats that can do its agreeable. America has three branches of government for the safety of its citizens. Well, you got to tell that to Mr. Trump. Trump's not going by no laws. That's what people need to realize. Trump's not going by no laws. He already broke a whole bunch of laws. So let's throw that out. Let's throw that out. Throw all of that out. That guy's not going by no laws right now. Let's throw that out. He is not going by any laws. He doesn't give a damn. Right? He doesn't care. So All that law stuff, all that constitution stuff, when it comes to the world, he's not going by none of that because he didn't go by the UN to go into Venezuela. He didn't go to the UN to go into Iran. He didn't go to nobody to go where he's going. He's doing his own shit. He's putting tariffs on people. He is the law. Yes, like what Gary Wooten said, he is the law. So he's not going by laws what's been there before. Your mind as Trump is a king. No, I don't believe he's a king. I'm not sponsoring him one bit. I'm just giving you the reality because I know about Trump way before all this he been a president. But I'm putting out what he's doing, right? And you're going to see it coming. I know I've told people things and it had happened later on. They didn't listen. He's not going by any laws. Remember, this man had what, 34 charges and he didn't face any of them, even if some of them are misdemeanors. He didn't face any of them. So he's above the law. The stuff what he's doing would be considered war crimes. So no one's sponsoring Mr. Trump. Who could sponsor Mr. Trump? I'm Canadian. I'm not American. I'm telling you what's going to happen. A lot of the Americans are going to be getting drafted into the military, forced. He talked about it in his first term. He was telling people he's going to do that. Don't you guys remember? The same thing he's doing with the ICE, the same thing he's doing about deportation. He was telling people that he wants to do the whole drafting shit. So get ready for it. Get ready for it. And remember, I told you this. Maybe 3 months, it might take a couple months. But next time, when he announces that, I'll come back on here and then I'm going to say, I told you so. Right? Definitely, he's not a king. Some people in America think he's a king. He wants to be a king. He's acting like one of those English kings by going all these places and taking over. So be realistic about Trump. This guy's a dictator. He's a control freak. He's a narcissist. I was commenting on what other people. Okay, much respect, much respect. Too late to have an empire. It's old. They're saying that America might fall. So a lot of people have been saying America might fall as an empire. He's not going by no government. Catwalk. The man doesn't care about any government. He cares about himself. Don't you know when people don't care, they don't care about no laws. He's an outlaw. He's a gangster. He's not going by no three branches of government. And if the other branches of government don't agree, there'll be civil war. Let me say it again. If it's like what you're saying with the three branches of government, there's going to be civil war, right? With the people who do not agree with him. Yes, we have three branches of government, yet they have allowed the man to do whatever he wants. Let me read that again from Milgros Diaz. Yes, we have three branches of government, but yet they allow him to do whatever he wants. Yes. So, what's the three branches of government doing? What's the three branches of government doing? Are they doing anything? Are they stopping this guy from talking all types of shit? Are the three branches of government stopping him from going into to Venezuela? Is the three branches of government stopping him from using the oil from Venezuela? Are the three branches of government stopping the ICE from going out in the street and harassing people? The king, the man, sounds like Joseph Stalin. The king, the man. Joseph Stalin is a communist, which there's different styles of communists. No one's stopping this man. You mean Trump sounds like that? Mr. Trump sounds like that. They're not on the same page, right? Mr. Trump sounds like that right now. He sounds like a big dictator. I don't know, Catwalk. Do you support Trump? You must support Trump. I don't know if you support Trump because it seems like you might support Mr. Trump, what he's doing. So the scary thing, a lot of people are going to get drafted. A lot of people are going to get drafted in the American military if this guy keeps going. If he keeps going, he's gonna force a lot of Americans to be in the military, and there will be no option. And he's gonna force martial law on a lot of Americans, right? He's gonna have this martial law shit, right? Um, every day the ICE are doing more and more and more stuff, and he's giving them the okay. He's not saying nothing bad about them. He's giving them the okay. This is not a third world country. It doesn't matter if it's not a third world country. What does that matter if it's not a third world country? He's still doing whatever he wants to do. Imagine what Trump has done in the past. Yes, he's done a lot of shit in the past. He has a lot of dirty history. It doesn't matter if it's a third world, a first world, a second world, or whatever world, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what world it is. The point is, the man loves power. The man loves power, and he doesn't care about the government. Do you guys remember? Because I know about Trump. This guy criticized the government for years. This guy been criticizing Democrats and Republicans way before he was even a politician. He was criticizing them a lot. He called out Republicans and Democrats. So that shows he doesn't go by any laws. He goes by his own laws. Has he done? Yeah, what has he done? Jim Baroni, what has Trump done? What has he done? What has he done? Right? Milagros Diaz. Jim, there are so many horrific and horrible things that Trump has done. You might want to go and look them up because there's so many. Yeah, even in business. There's documentaries what he's done in business. Very bad to people. Yeah, gangster shit. I've seen a documentary what he's done. He's done a lot of stuff way before any politics, right? Wait until the pastors he'll come out. Okay, it sounds like a 1980 Rasta on the corner. You're a joker, Catwalk. You are a joker. Be specific. What the man has a whole bunch of things he has done as a businessman. He's done a lot. Just look him up. I don't need to tell you. The man, just Google him, his whole business practices. Google him. He's done a lot. He's done a lot of shit. Even people who don't like who like Trump knows he done a lot of bullshit. Let me say it again. People who even like Trump knows he has done a lot of bullshit over the years, right? Um, you believe everything you read on the internet? No. Oh well, you guys are going back and forth. You guys are going back and forth, people. I encourage that. Go back and forth, share knowledge. You guys could agree or disagree, whatever. But right now, the man put it out there. This not made up. He posted Canada and America together, and he been saying the 51st state. And when you want to take over a country, you need the military. That's how it goes. If you want to take over a country, you need the military. There are specific channels that you have to pay for to give real news. That's true. And he says fake news. So what is real too? The man done reverse psychology. He's been saying for the past couple of years, fake news. So the news what people go to look for, right? The so-called Foxes, CNNs, and shit. He's been saying those places been reporting fake news. Let me say it again. This guy, Donald Trump, been saying CNN, Fox, and the other places been reporting fake news, the so-called traditional real news. So what's real? What is real? They even show court documents, court records, and everything. What is real news? We don't know what's real. They really screwed up people's brains, especially this man saying fake news. He's the one who popularized that whole thing, fake news, right? So if you really want to know about Donald Trump, go to those channels and pay and see and do research. Yes, only war is real in this world. What? Um, yeah, there's documentaries. You probably have to have like Netflix or one of those streaming channels, or go to the library and get some books. That's even better. Go to the library if they exist in your area. Get some real old books before the internet was really popular, and read about this guy. He's done a lot of shit way before all of this social media. He was doing a lot of shit. Don't need to know about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not just Donald Trump. Donald Trump is with other people, right? A lot of people he put in positions what people don't know about. He influenced a lot of things too, like in New York with the law. That's why he had Giuliani um, with him in his first whatever term. He influenced other people that people don't really pay attention to, right? He influenced laws also before he was the president, way before. So this guy, he's on a mission to colonize the world in the American eye. He's on a mission, right? And he doesn't give a damn. He doesn't care. He's not going by any laws, even if there's three branches of government. He doesn't respect the government. He's been saying bad things about the American government himself way before he was the president. He'd been criticizing the American government way before the president. Go go on YouTube, look up an Oprah interview with Donald Trump. Look up the Oprah interviews with Donald Trump. Just look those up. Look up interviews with Donald Trump, right? Way before the internet was popular. And then come back to now what he's doing. Just look them up way before. These are like 20 something years, almost 30 something year interviews. How he sees the world. And he never changed how he thinks, right? Just got older and more boastful. That's it. So the man is starting a lot of shit, and Americans get ready to be drafted into the American military, get ready to be forced in the American military. Get ready for it, especially the people who are protesting out there. Get ready for it because he's coming for all of you. He's coming. He's coming for all of you, and he wants to come for Canada too, and he wants to come for Greenland too, and he wants to go for Cuba, and if he has his way, he'll go to Europe. So, are you guys in America ready for war, full out war? Do you want to be defending for this guy? Mm. Donald Trump was a Democrat. Every Democrat loved him and Republicans liked him. Yes, you're right. Both sides. And you still got Democrats who like him. There's different types of Democrat too. And there's different types of Republicans. That's why he's getting this big support, this big push. No one's really talking against him, especially the Democrats. I mean, celebrities, the Democratic celebrities. I seen Whoopi Goldberg talk about the civil rights shit the other day. She's not really talking. I don't know if she's talking about the ice too tough, but yeah, you got Whoopi Goldberg. You got one, two celebrities. The rest are like this. They're quiet. They're quiet. A lot of them are quiet. And then there's people who support him. There's a big amount that support him, right? So don't get fooled, people. Do not be fooled by this guy because he's not on anybody's side but himself. He's not on anybody's side but himself, right? He's putting himself in a good position before well, I don't even think he's going to be gone. He's going to force martial law so that he could run America for longer until he's dead. I think this guy wants to be in control until he's dead, right? He wants to rule the world. He thinks he's like the savior of the world. That's what he thinks. He thinks he's the savior, and he hates Canada because Canada is friendly with everybody. He hates Canada because he's looked on as a villain. Yeah, MAGA all the way. So make America great again. You're with that. Nothing's wrong with that. You can make America great again, but don't make this man ruin America. Make America great again, but don't make him use America for himself, right? Making America great again is not going into other people's countries or threatening other countries. Making America great again is dealing with yourself. And even if he has to deport, that's their business. Their business. Even if you have to deport people, who he doesn't like. Stick with that shit. That will maybe make America great again. But really, it's making civil war right now because you got some Americans kind of confused. It's like on both sides. You got the ones who are with Trump and ones who are against Trump, right? So you got the ICE who he got going out, kicking out people, and then you got Americans who support the what he's doing. And then you got the ones, these Black Panthers saying they're defending the immigrants, which is weird because I thought it was for American citizens. And then like it's all mixed up. America's in a bad position right now with this guy. Very bad position. So don't look good, people. It doesn't look good. But please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. It doesn't look good what this guy's doing to you guys right now in America. Using America like a toy, using the military like a toy, and he doesn't give a shit, right? Saying all types of stuff, threatening countries' sovereignty. That's what he's doing. He's threatening other countries' sovereignty. No one threatened America. Think of it. No one says they want to go to America. No one says they want to bomb America. No one. That's why Trump is POTUS, whatever. I don't know what you mean by that. No one's saying that they want to go to America and do anything to America. It's Trump who's talking the most shit. He don't want to leave people alone. He keeps picking and picking and picking at other people, right? He just wants to go out um, as a legend, or that's his legacy. The man's gonna be like 80 something years old by the time what his term should be up. So he doesn't give a shit. He's an old man. He's an old man. An old man in power don't give a shit. They're the most dangerous ones. So that's why he's saying again, Canada should be the 51st state. And Greenland is right next to Canada. Because if you do your research, Canada has the Great Lakes and a lot of water America depends on from Canada. So he's thinking if Canada was to kind of shut that shit off, it would affect America. So he's saying, why not? Let's take that shit over, right? So we don't have that threat. Let's take that over so we have those natural resources of lumber for ourselves. Let's take it over so we got that big oil, whatever sands up in Alberta. That's how he's thinking. And Canada has a massive landmass, right? Bigger than America. So why not take it over? But is the Americans ready for blood? Are the Americans ready to be drafted in the army? Because that's what's coming. That's what's coming. People will be drafted. 100%. People will be getting drafted. Canada will support USA. Yes, that's why kind of realistically, right? Because this is all drama, it's kind of in collusion. Mr. Carney is not somebody I hold up as any good prime minister. Mr. Carney is with Trump, and people might think not. He's with Trump. The man had a business or some type of thing in America before he was the prime minister. The man was the minister of finance for Canada. He likes Trump undercoverly. Like I never see no prime minister kind of agree with certain things with the president of America like him. You know, you can also remove the threat by treating your allies with respect, with which that's what Carney's doing. Carney's treating Trump with a lot of respect. Like I said the other day when Trump went to Venezuela and they asked Carney a question, he says, "Oh, I welcome it." He said, "What do you think about Trump taking over or going to Venezuela?" I welcome it because Canada wanted him gone too, or I shouldn't say Canada. Carney was with it. Carney didn't say nothing about bad about Trump going to Venezuela. Just look it up. Go look it up. He didn't say nothing bad about going to Venezuela. Mark Carney. Mark Carney went to Washington. He talked with Trump, laughed with Trump, right? He's good with that guy, right? He's good. He doesn't take Trump seriously because they talk behind the scenes. Why would Trump be a threat? Think about the answer. Trump is really not a threat to Canada. I don't really think so. He's a threat to his own people. Trump is more of a threat to his own people by going all around the world. Canada, to me, I told people over and over, is with America. Canada's really with America. They just have to play a show in front of the world. There's a little show going on. Canada's with America. Every day, there's things going back and forth from the border. There's just trade, business going back and forth. Canada's really with America. I believe Canada is just the face to go to China and be diplomatic, to look like the peacekeeper. But really, after they do those deals, they're working with America. So it's illusion, collusion. I don't know if people really feel that, but I feel Canada is with America. And if America was to come here and attack, or so called attack, it would be Canada letting America in, right? It would be Canada letting America in, right? If America was to come here. So, yeah, it's illusion. It's a big illusion, and it's making confusion. Right now, America, the biggest war is internal. The biggest war what's going on is an internal war in America for what he's doing is a filtration. He's cleaning up what he feels is dirty in America, and what he feels is dirty is the illegals. The illegal, undocumented citizens is the dirt, what he wants to remove. Anyone who is not really, he sees as American. So that's the real war. All the other stuff is just confusion, just to distract people. The real war is to filter out anybody and have that probably digital form of a digital ID so he knows who is American. That's coming next, and the draft is coming next. 100%. But everybody, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. This is the Down to Earth podcast, the Down to Earth Network, with your host, Sean Myrie. I'm out. Bless up.